Hi Aries, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a read for you. This is going to be bi-weekly, and this is going to be you and the other person, and it'll be the 15th through the 31st, 2019. Well, I should say the 16th because I'm doing yours on the 16th. So 16th through the 31st, 2019, okay? Now I am back. I've been out for a couple weeks, so I thank you all for that who have been standing by me. I do appreciate it. I do have an update that's listed in my description box below, so do check out my announcement, quote unquote, update there. You will know the reason why I've been out, but then also, you'll know I'll let you know my schedule as starting September 1st. Okay, so in between then, let's go ahead and get this going. We're going to see what insights that want to come out, that really wants to come out for you, Aries. So we'll see what that is there. My Mercury is in Aries, so it's interesting, but we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what wants to come out. Now, keep in mind that the other person, Aries, might be a significant other, a friend, family member, as it relates to that. So we're going to see what wants to bubble up to the surface, and we'll leave it open. Okay, so let's see what wants to come out. I am using the Hero's Journeys cards. I was called to use these from the particular situation that I will denote in my update below, but also it was just a true calling to do so. We're all on a hero's journey at some stage, at some point in our life. We're just at some certain stage. There's predominantly around, I was taught the 12 steps in terms of that, but it's interesting. And what it does is it brings you back. Once you end up at 12, you go back to the very beginning and start all over again. So that just kind of lets you know that you just kind of go that next step on that personal development ladder, right? You just move up and then you start all over again. And just with this new knowing and with this different perspective, perhaps it was a success, a strife, an incident, whatever that case may be, but you now see the world completely different than you ever have before, okay? And then you move to that next step on number one with that new awareness and knowing, okay? So it's all about the journey, right? So let's see what's in store for you here. Now, feel free to reverse the messages from either side, okay? It's a general read that goes without saying. So if you'd like a personal read to tap into your own personal energies, then go to theguidedintuitive.com and we'll get you set up over there. All right, so let's do this. What wants to come out for you here? So let's see what this is. Okay, very, very interesting. So what it is that this is asking you, this is interesting because this is asking, what would your higher self do in this situation? Okay. Now, it could be a relationship. It could be it could be a situation. It could be, I don't know. It could be a career, something that's to do with career or business. What's interesting is there is so much light being shown and trying to communicate, which is the blue. It talks about that throat chakra, which is all forms of communication. You are there is light that is trying to get your attention, because right here you feel like this, right? You feel as if that there is no choice. You have no choice. But the universe and your source is saying, yes, you do. Okay. Now I'm not going to say it's not going to be easy. Okay. So there's something that you may have been going through or are going through. And this is basically letting you know that you don't have to live like this. You can live like this, okay? And so the universe is trying to send these messages through to you and communicate with you, okay? So this is just letting you know that, right now, that this is saying is that it wants you to check in with your higher self. This is a 2 card. Now, it could be in terms of a relationship, but this is about duality. Okay, so perhaps you feel that you don't have a choice, but the duality is that if you switch it around, there's the law of opposites, right? And so what is down and negative can also be transformed into something that is incredibly positive. What is light can be dark. What is heavy can be light. You know, and you've got that love and hate, you know, you've all of this. There's all opposites in this world. But this is asking you, in this situation, what would your higher self do? And that's what it was calling you out to do, okay? So just keep that in mind, all right? This is, the thing is that your inner guide is you know, there's a beautiful sea of brilliance that your inner guide has for you, okay? But it's about trusting that it's going to lead you to your own wisdom, okay? This is saying, this is talking about to really open your heart to the divine within you, and then perhaps even write this down. I mean, grab a pen, grab a journal. If you don't have one, go to my website below and go grab one. Okay, it's a bound for journaling, and it's quite beautiful. But it says, allow your inner wisdom to start pouring through. Okay, so whatever that is for you, it really wants you to do that, because when you open up your mouth and then you start speaking, you want to allow this higher perspective to speak through you. Okay, so it's just tapping into your higher self and being that higher self. What would your higher self say to you at this given moment? Okay, and this is asking you to really take a look at. Okay, so trust the wisdom of your higher self and really follow it step by step, because what that's going to do, Aries, is going to step by step lead you to higher ground. And that is what it is all about. And that is what the hero's journey is all about. Leading you to higher ground, leading you to a life that you may not think you deserve right now, but it's just awaiting for you if you open up and expand that sea of intuition and your soul's yearning and that higher self's voice. Okay, so it's just the voice of your higher self has been lowered, all right? You haven't been so tuned into it. And what this is saying is you need to turn up the volume on your higher self's voice and start listening to that, and that being your radio station at this time, okay? Because your higher self is concerned on what is best for you, okay? And that's what it wants you to do, to tune into that. So quite interesting. Okay, let's see what else wants to come out for you. This will be interesting. See what wants to unfold for you here, Aries. Let's see. Wow. Okay, so this is a 24 card, and the 2 + 4 = a 6, right? And so this is about the unknown being your friend, okay? So a lot of us, when we hear the word unknown, we get a little afraid about it because we can't control it, right? We don't know what's around the corner. You know, we don't know what life has in store for us. But what if? What if you can imagine just for a moment that that's the flame that's going to lead you to your heart's desire, you know, to the confidence. You know, you've got this flame, this ember that's burning, and it wants to show you and lead you to the confidence, okay, that of your life. And this wants you to know that the unknown is your friend, okay? And if you look, you know, just even above the horizon, you're going to see this beautiful kind of other world that's over there. And if you can open up and be inspired as you look over the horizon to the adventure, right? To the adventure and all these beautiful things that can be unfolding for you. Imagine yourself being at this beautiful place in a life that you've always dreamed of, and imagine yourself, thinking about what is it that you would take with you, and take only the essentials. Okay, what is it that you would take with you? Okay, and this is asking you to heed the call and to take the unknown by the hand and move forward through it. Okay, because. Life is on your side. It wants to be on your side, okay? And it really wants you to hear the calling and really just muster up any courage that you have to know that this adventure awaits for you here, right? And to really just go for it, okay? There is, it's just taking up a different perspective, Okay, be exhilarated by the unknown. Okay, so look at it from a different perspective. Be exhilarated and have that inspiration and sense of adventure and all the different things that you would be doing. And again, just take the bare essentials and move forward with this. Okay, and just be filled with that spirit and of adventure. Okay, this is saying just move forward. Okay, that's what it's saying. So we maybe at this time, the sixes are about growth. So when you do this, you know that the other side offers opportunity. You know that this could be available to you than this. Okay, so different perspective is going to be necessary in the process. Okay, and your source is really working with you on this. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through. Here it is. Whale of a time. This is great. This is your chance. Remember I talk about, think of that adventure. Think of the adventures and muster up the courage. This wants you to visualize, but visualize big. Okay, a whale of a time talks about to enlarge your perspective. Think big, like whale big, okay? And that's what it wants you to do in this process, because it's available to you. There is so much information that is, the spotlight is on you right now, and your source wants to work with you. And so this is about your change at this time is to enlarge your thinking, as well as look at it from a different perspective. So look at it a different perspective, and then enlarge your thinking, okay? And visualize it and feel it. Be inspired by it, okay? And remind yourself of this every single day. It could be a relationship, it could be a business, it could be a career, whatever that is for you, a situation of some sort. But it's a 25 card. It is reduced to a 7 as about having faith. Sevens are about having faith, and it's quite spiritual. So you're encouraged to enlarge, okay, your thinking, and to enlarge your perspective and your vision to something even greater. Okay, that's what it's calling. So if it's a relationship, enlarge it. Look at the broader perspective of how you really would like to see it be. And that is your charge, your vibration right now, okay? So that's what it's saying. So your charge is to enlarge, okay? So that's what wants to come through here. What else wants to come through for you here? Be the bridge. Wow. Okay, so this is a 51 card. You're still on this. You got another, I think you've got another 6 cards. So 2 6s, growth, okay? Going into the unknown. The unknown is your friend. Be that bridge, right? And expand your consciousness, okay? It wants you to know another world from the physical realm and the spiritual realm. It wants you to combine both and be the bridge, and to be able to know that you can go back and forth between both. You can imagine, manifest, visualize it, feel it, and speak of it, and then apply that to the physical world, okay? And that's what this wants to let you know, to be that bridge between the consciousness and both worlds, but really to expand your consciousness, right? And that's what it talks about here, expand your consciousness, okay? Really a big message for you here. How interesting. Yeah. So yeah, and it's still a 6 cards. So it's still, you're still just talking about growth, okay? So, and it probably feels that, at times that no one might be understanding you at this particular moment. And you kind of, especially what you've gone through. But remember, your higher self is rooting for you in this reawakening, okay? So you might be going through some sort of reawakening at this time, all right? And it is just saying that you can't unfeel the radiance that you felt. And you can't unseen the glory that you've seen. So it's up to you to stay alert and be awakened in the moments, in your life, and really become that bridge, from the ordinary world to the subconscious, that many people can kind of help cross over to. Okay, so it's just that all you've learned, forms a bridge from the earth into the spiritual realm and back again. Okay, so be that bridge to be able to go back and forth to help you in this given situation, this relationship, to find the solution that you're looking for at this particular time. Let's see what else Aries wants to come out. Final one here. I like this. Okay, so this is a 46 card, reduces to a 10, right? Coming to completion, okay? You are being reborn on a daily basis. So perhaps that you have implemented some sort of meditation, yoga. It could be some sort of practice that allows you to be grounded and go back and forth between the spiritual realm and the physical realm. And it helps you gain the insights to your life's situation, problems, challenges, I should probably say. And remember, it's just a firm reminder that the unknown is your friend. And I think that you're seeing this, that you're kind of channeling in. You can see it's kind of channeling in to be reborn daily because you're channeling into your higher self. Okay, and this is asking you, what would your higher self do in this situation? And note that. So this is taking source by the hand and moving forward, and then knowing that you can be reborn daily. Let go of the past, anything that might be anchoring you and weighing heavy on you, that's keeping you low and not energized. You want to be around people that support you and help you grow. Okay, and then just breathe in that support, breathe in that beautiful light from the divine here, and let that fuel your soul and help you move forward in the passion and be reborn on a daily basis. And that can happen, right? We've got the power to change that. And it's almost like you're going through some sort of incarnation, right? And it's every day you can incarnate, right? So you can change, you can resurrect yourself on a daily basis by just programming into yourself, tapping into your higher self and your soul, and kind of staying in tune to your true north. Okay, so that's what wants to come up here, which is interesting. Now let's take a look at this other person and see what wants to come out for them. Okay, so we've got a splendid torch. This person, it's about blazing brightly, through their, as they move forward. This is about having faith too, and that passion and faith. So it's a 52 card, reduces to a 7, a spiritual again, about having faith and pushing forward and carrying kind of that torch that is going to lead them, right, as to where that they want there are to be. So it's like this splendid torch of passion. And it could be in a relationship. It could be that in their own life, in their own world, that they're kind of becoming, that they're blazing brightly, right? And this is about, it's like being thrown into the fires and coming out, blazing and carrying the torch, saying, "Yes, I've made it. Yes." I'm now more of myself than I've ever been. Okay, so that's what it's letting you know here. Okay, so this is almost as if that it's becoming like the end of a journey, and the beginning of the next. And when you embark on your next adventure, you acknowledge everything that you've come through. Okay, so this is beautiful. It's like this, in the Olympics, and they carry that torch, right? It's like a victor's torch, right? And this is that you don't have to wait for someone to light your fire. Light your own fire. Okay, be that own torch in that own victor in your own hero's journey. Okay, so that's how I see it here. Yeah, and unleash your power. Okay, really, and realize the power comes from responsibility and maturity, and it's something that you've gained from this process. Okay, so it's like you've come to an end, and this person's lighting themselves on fire, but they're celebrating something that they've come out of. Okay, so this is gorgeous. So anyway, you might realize that in this other person, that they're celebrating something, and something is coming out to where they are successful, whether it's in this, being the bridge with each other and kind of celebrating that, but they've come out of something. What else wants to come through? Dream sanctuary. So this is an 8. This 8 is that infinity symbol of almost as if it's being balanced, flowing through with the ebb and the flow of the universe and co-creating with the universe. Just kind of using that and gracefully leaning in to let the universe help them in their situations. It's a dream sanctuary. So this is about sometimes attending to the simple things in life. And going with the flow in that a little bit, so they can gain some of the insights necessary for that next step. So especially when you come out from a completion and all of this moving forward, carrying your own torch, you need to have a little bit of time to revel in just doing the simple things. Some of that me time and going with the flow, so you can gauge yourself back to that new beginning, that new start, and then start the next steps moving forward. Okay, so again, the end of the hero's journey with this new awareness, now kind of going with the flow a little bit, and then being ready for that next adventure that has yet to come. Okay, so this is interesting. So that's what's coming through here. Being aware of this person needs to be aware of their dreams as well. The dreams might have something in that for them. But attend to the simple things, because it's like a silent meditation. Okay, everyday things that you unconsciously don't think about. That's kind of a silent meditation for yourself, and it helps you kind of get grounded before that next adventure. Okay, all right, or that next step. We're getting a relationship, situation, whatever that is for you. Let's see what else wants to come through here. Afterglow. Wow. Yeah. So whatever this person did, this person, it's a 49 card, and it reduces to a 13, which reduces to a 4. This is about, having taken that leap of faith and landing on their feet, right? And that's what this is talking about. So if you felt that you've done that before, you might resonate more with this side. But this other person has taken a leap of faith. Maybe in a love situation, maybe in a business venture or in a career. They're taking that leap of faith and they're landing on 2 feet. And what they do is they land quite gracefully. Okay, so that could be you, or that could be that other person. So maybe this other person is taking a risk in terms of this relationship, and they land gracefully in it, right? Maybe that this person is, has this, just now decided to, focus on that inner passion within them and that fire and carrying that torch, and they are jumping as to what is what is important in their life. Moving forward and taking action of what is important in their life. So, and this is the afterglow, okay? So I think that, I really think that kind of these two go together. It's like doing the simple things and then getting the afterglow after such a major feat. It's kind of like that you've jumped that Olympic goalpost. You're carrying the torch, the torch and of victory. But now you're kind of moving with the universe right now, and you've got some sort of afterglow and you're looking back at this beautiful, type of how you landed based upon the situation at hand. Okay. All right. Let me see what else wants to come through for this person. There's no place like home. Okay, so it's layering upon doing the simple things. What brings us back to home? What makes our hearts sing? And what really makes us feel like home? And they're just really nestling into that sweetness of that, right? I see 2 people there, okay? It's almost as if I see 2 people there, or maybe you're going back home, a visit, and maybe there's a visit back home, or you feel that, that sweetness of home and family, and that's really important to you, but you're realizing that there's no place like home after this victory, that you've completed, and this afterglow that you received from this. And now you're kind of recognizing, gosh, there's no place like home after that big journey. And that's a long journey. It is a completion, and it's part of the hero's journey that you go through. And you've kind of gone through, working, sabotage, ridding of the enemies, and being supported by certain allies, but going through trials and tribulations to get to this point. So that's how I feel for this person over here. Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing here. So that's interesting. Yeah, remember I said go me time? Guess what comes up for this right there? Me time. So basking and soaking in the meantime. This person has been through a lot. Now, it could be you on this side, but this is about saying that now it's enjoying your own company, after, going through, the success and achieving this, and after this, this incredible adventure that this person has gone on, right? And landed quite gracefully, and now it's time to rest, right? So, it's so beautiful, so cosmic, and kind of, it's settling into the confidence, which is the yellow. The blue is about communication and using the divine, moving forward to be grounded. All this red is about being grounded, but getting messages from the universe coming through, in terms of moving forward. This is beautiful. I'm going to pull a Magdalene card for each of you. So let's see, Aries, for you on this side over here. What is that? Transformation. This is great. So I love seeing this because this just tells me that you obviously have been transformed. And it really just going through this, you see the golden warmth of the bright light on this card, and it's just really talking about it's like maybe perhaps at this particular time, Aries, your whole world has turned completely upside down. But here's the thing, there's no need for concern here because you see all the warmth that's happening through here. So this is just saying is that there is positive transformation. It could be related to a work, a study, finances are now occurring. This is just saying keep calm, okay? Definitely keep calm and allow whatever turns upside down, whatever storm to clear, so the warmth of the sun can fall against your face and you can have that smile and knowing that things are going to now be better. Okay, and this is about, there's a change that's taking place in a part of your life, because whatever has come to an end leaves that opportunity for that page to turn, that new beginning for you. Okay, you've got a clean slate right now. This is an opportunity for you to make things better and to live the life. And it's also about let going of the past. Keep the lessons that you've learned, but let it go. You don't want to carry that with you when you move into that new terrain. Because remember, we talked about this, that the unknown is your friend. It wants you to just focus on the inspired adventures that you're going to be seeking here. Not the past. Just take with you the minimal, but focus strictly on what it is that you want to take with you on your life's adventure moving forward, okay? But it is all about transformation here. Yeah, it's really, be open to new ideas, because I gotta tell you, Aries, you've got a bright, warm future that is awaiting you, okay? Now, just focus on that, believe it, feel it. So not only say it, you want to visualize that again, and that what that looks like for you here. And then also feel it in your bones, and feel the warmth from this card and the light that really wants to warm your heart and move forward. It's going to be great. My life is in the process of transforming, and I look forward to these beautiful opportunities that are now coming to me, right? Messages from the divine are coming to me, and I'm open and I'm being flexible in the process. There is a lot of adventure that is awaiting me, and I can't wait, because every day I know that I can be reborn daily, and it's just about my thinking. It's about my thinking, it's about my visualizing, and it's about my feeling. And if I can connect all three together, I'm going to be enlightened and reborn every day, and I'll be able to live the life that I want to live. Okay, so again, checking in with your higher self. What would your higher self do? Okay, so it's really, really asking. You're going to receive messages, all right? So this is about profit. Focus on your, lots of blessings. You see all the lights. These are all the different blessings and messages that are coming to you. Again, maybe taking up some sort of ritual on a daily basis for yourself, a meditative walk, do something that you love, listen to some of your favorite music, and make it a regular thing on an everyday basis for you, because there's a lot of messages that the universe wants to give you, okay, and they'll be coming through. So what about is this other person? Let's see here. Family. They're focused on family right now. So how interesting is that? So yeah, and I think they're taking that meantime, connecting with family, doing the simple things. But yeah, that's what I see coming through here. This is really beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, and you're experiencing this is like yeah, this is about that true love comes in all forms with your family, right? And and this is saying is that love, sometimes we get tough love that comes from our family, right? If it's still love, but it's a different type of love. And a lot of times we learn how to love through our family, right? So, this is saying is that sometimes maybe when you were younger, you maybe misunderstood what your parents were doing at times, and why were they doing that. But now that you see from your adult self and looking back, is that you are actually seeing that that was tough love. And so there's a lot of things that maybe you felt as a child that weren't good, but then now are realizing that that was a little bit of tough love. Now, there's a fine borderline to that too, so I don't want to get into that. But what I'm really talking about here is that that your family can sometimes be the greatest teachers, and all the lessons learned are fallen within the leaves of this tree here. Okay, your family, and that's what it's saying. It's very, very deep green, which just means heartfelt, right? So, there might be one trait that maybe in a family member that you dislike, but remember that trait still lies in you. Okay, so that is something to remember. Okay, and it's the environments help us learn to love in one respect, but it also helps us learn to love unconditionally. Okay, so this is quite interesting. Wow. That's what's coming through on this other person's side. So very, very interesting, right? And just they're really connecting to their heart and soul and that type of thing. So guys, I hope that this resonated with you in some way, shape, or form. And I look forward to seeing you in the month of September. And until then, namaste.